Right, as Vice Chairman of EBRA, I'm very pleased to say that we've managed to save this tip here at Elstree. Thanks mainly to the work of Lawrence here on my left-hand side and Suzanne. Patrick, unfortunately, is not here, but he's another one who came up here every day for 3 weeks, 8 hours at a time, to get as many signatures as they could, over 2,000 signatures, and I think they did a wonderful job, and we saved the tip. Suzanne.
Thank you. Yes, this tip is not just something we want to have opened, it's something we need to have opened. It's something that council taxpayers are paying for. It's not a I would like to have, it's absolute necessity. If you don't have this, as many questions could be asked as to what will happen to all the materials in there. They will be fly tipped, black bins will be overfilled, and there'll be a whole load of more issues created by closing this tip.
Elstree Recycling Centre is a hugely important amenity to our local community. Elstree and Borehamwood, of course, but also people in Radlett and Bushy were using it as well. And I think the difficulty we have sometimes with when county looks at things from afar is I think maybe sometimes they miss the very important value something can have locally. And so we appreciated the fact that they held a consultation, and it was hugely important that they didn't just hold it but listen to it as well. And I think they have.
Yeah, they have. You know, the fact is not only did the consultation receive a massive amount of responses, particularly from the Elstree area, which shows how important this facility is to the local residents, but they actually listened to the results of the consultation. They listened to everyone and they made a decision on the back of that consultation. So I think it's really testament not only to the residents who took the time to respond, but to the county council who listened to the results of the consultation and have acted accordingly. We're all very, very grateful.
And it's very important because we're planning, Borehamwood and Elstree, Borehamwood especially is the biggest town in Hertsmere. We're planning all the building, most of the building works taking place in Borehamwood. We need to find facilities which the public use. Recycling is something which is on their agenda, high up on their agenda. We've been encouraging it for a number of years, and we need a site very near them. We don't want them to go up on the A1 25 minutes drive. People just won't do it. And so to have it local, that's what localism is about, providing the facilities that the public needs.
And it's a hugely important part of democracy that people actually get listened to. There was a concern that because it was suggesting a closure for Hodsdon and Elstree, that somehow this was a done deal by county. And it's very difficult to energise people if they think it's a done deal, but what were the efforts of the local councillors from all parties, the Residents Association, particularly Elstree and Borehamwood Residents Association, the local people who came and the press, particularly the Borehamwood Times, who were very supportive, which is what I think local papers should be about, you know, joining together. People were listened to, and I think that's very important, because if people think they don't get listened to, they don't take part. If they don't take part, then authorities will think, well, this must be okay. So we managed to work together, and as you said, huge numbers. Over 5,000 people across the whole of county responded, of which a third were just from Elstree.
And there were 2,000 signs of petition on the
2,000 signed the petition. And I think this is a great opportunity. We understand that county, like everyone, needs to save money. We get that. We know we live in difficult times. But you can't do it at the expense of losing a vital service. And I said to them, and you said to them, look what you did with libraries. You didn't cut libraries out like other people did. You just reduced the hours. Let's do it for this facility as well. We accept it can only be 5 days a week instead of 7. But keep it.
Once it's closed, it's closed. You know, you can't sit there and reopen something once you've closed it. So, you know, we're willing to take whatever it took effectively to keep this station open, keep this facility open, so people could carry on using it.
And what's great, it showed that via the councillors, the actual officers who in the end recommend decisions, listened and realised there was an alternative. The alternative we put to them, that instead of making closures, which is, as you said, dramatic, and once it's done, it's done, but actually reduce the hours, but it keeps all the facilities open, so everyone gains by it.
And in fairness, I have to say, in fairness to the officers, we met with officers, didn't we? We had meetings with the county officers, and we were able to put across messages that were being given to us, plus our own experience. We all as councillors live in the area. We were able to say, look, this is why it's important. And they said, okay, we hadn't thought of that. Get as many people to write that in as possible. And in fairness, council officers did listen to us, and I think I'm pretty impressed that they've taken the opportunity to say, okay, this is what we thought originally based on what the contract was going to be about. Now we think we can do it another way, so they can still save the money they need and we can still keep our facilities open, and including Hodsdon as well. So I think it's a great result.
And no one's made redundant, also for the workers here. We were very worried about their jobs. Hopefully we've saved their jobs as well, which is very important.
This is a great show of strength between the community and people within the community, and the council supporting what the community wants.
This is exactly what it should be about.
And I think it also shows great working together between the county councillors and the borough councillors, also the parish and town councils, council have all got involved, all the residents associations. So it really shows that all the tiers of local government and the officers have all worked very closely with the residents.
And I'm hoping that will act as a catalyst to get more people to join the local residents association, that they actually see that things can be achieved. And as I say, we're very grateful to Elstree and Borehamwood Residents Association. Let's see more people thinking, okay, we can make a difference because we can work together without politics for our own area, and that's what we've all managed to achieve. So I think it's well done to everyone.
Yeah.
So fantastic result across the board for everyone.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.